do business in terms of where the yields are coming, where is the demand, and where is the surplus, and how to move. Everything is in the department what geography and geoinformatics, which is holding this, what you're going to discuss today. He is going to deal on such resources in a bigger way. Most of the time, and also on ease of doing business and startup environment. Today, it is not that for going for jobs and looking for most of the youngsters who are sitting there with less investment because data is available, governments are asked to publish the data, and also as Srinivas Kumar has told that UN also encourages the data to be in the public domain. Your job is only to do data analytics and give service in a real time. That's a challenge because we cannot talk about uniform data formats. Any data format you should access and the volumes which are quite large, so that becomes a noise, how to reduce the noise, and then do the processing for you to make a means giving the input. This is where we are now, the country is looking in, not the type of antennas we have in the microwave or for ocean, these are all big satellites, huge satellites. We at ISC do very small miniature satellites, what a large satellite of 400 kg, but a small lifetime we can do it in 10 kg satellites too, that means the miniaturized. And many of your neighbors or friends, children and all, maybe they're in ISC. They're all youngsters of third year, BTech students in 3 batches, made a satellite called InspireSat, along with University of Colorado and NTU, Singapore. And that is one of the successful satellites which has given data and is still giving after its mission life too. Only thing is, as the seniors who are sitting in the front, we need to mentor and guide and show the urgency on why we need to use science and technology for coming out of such situations. Under space-based information support, we are providing the data of the 73rd Amendment Constitution, how the local bodies can do their own planning process. Under AMRUT, the data from high-resolution data is being given the local bodies to make their own urban planning for their wards and local areas. And we all have to be participants in it, which we are not doing so far. We all so-called literates, we are not participating in those processes in a big way. And unless only in India we have this 3-tier approach. We have the federal government, state government, and the local governments, which is backed by our constitution. We need to take this as a backbone and try to be part and parcel. And as I told you in ISRO's vision plan also, besides the socio-economic security, we have sustainable development. Sustainable development which is not to be done by ISRO or a government agencies. It has to be done only by academic institutions. The data to be provided by the government institutions, and you do and you publish the results, whatever is there. What should have happened, what reactions has happened, and the elected representatives to understand, and that's how the modulation will come in a democratic society. To understand where we are going, extra or what is that we are supposed to do. And the third is on good governance. Good governance is not just planning and the way what we plan we are implementing. It also has to look into the future generations what requirement is. If you read the exact definition of good governance. So that means we all have a responsibility what our Mahatma Gandhiji has told that we need to look for something that this is land what we are having the resources today is not ours but for the coming up generations in that mode. And disaster risk reduction. These are the 4 things on which the Earth observations diagram of the ISRO has been planned or the space infrastructure that the satellites are being made, and one of it, what the OceanSat 3 is not just for India. Please understand, it's a global satellite, and it has all the 3 parameters for potential fisheries information. That means it has the ocean color, sea surface temperature, and scatterometer, which gives you the wind vectors. That means where the potential zone is, how it's moving, you can give that. Train here, we have the best diversity in the country. We have the different type of continental shelves, we have the different type of islands on both sides, and we have different systems altogether. What you get trained here, do globally, because here the ocean is everywhere. Everyone wants to know about the fisheries and things like that. So what we learn here, do business globally, because the data is globally available to you. So there's a great opportunity for all the youngsters and also the professors to take up whatever we used to speak, we can act out and implement. And I've seen in the last 4 years, my tenure at IAC, the youngsters are able to do things. You give them, give a 1 week's job, they do it in 2 days. How fast we can think is the challenge today. And thanks once again for the geography department, geography and geoinformatics department to take this, give an opportunity for all the youngsters coming all the way, and also the seniors to give an opportunity for to share their experiences and draw certain conclusions. And I wish all the best for the conference to have certain recommendations which will go forward. And we have an eminent person here, Amitabh Kundu, and who is the erstwhile Planning Commission member too, and he has his networks in which it can be pushed into the federal as well as the state and the local bodies. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. So you have given enough thought for mind to be done on these 3 days. I'm sure we will be able to come out with beautiful deliberations which could really bring a change to the society, and it could talk about sustainability and sustainable environment. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now may I humbly request our chief guest. May I request Professor Limbadri, sir, chief guest of the inaugural function, to give his chief guest address.
Good morning, everyone. Our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor D. Ravindra Garu, President of this seminar, Professor Y.V.L. Krishnamurthy Garu, eminent scholar and today's keynote speaker, Dr. P. Srinivas Kumar, Director, Ministry of Earth Science, Government of India. The seminar Chairman, Professor Balakrishnan Garu, convener of the seminar, Professor B. Srinagesh, and organizing secretaries, Dr. Muhammad Akhtar Ali, Professor Ravindra, and members of the JA delegates, senior professors from Osmania University, Professor P.V. Rao Garu, Professor Vijay Bole Garu, Professor Lakshmaya Garu, Professor Kalpana Garu, Professor Ramakrishna Garu, and Professor Prabhakar, Professor Ashok, and the eminent person like Amitabh Garu, Professor Prasad, Registrar from Shatawani University, and so many scholars, students, and participants, media and friends. At the outset, I congratulate the Department of Geography for taking initiative in organizing the seminar on the challenges of future health, social, economic, and environmental sustainability. Really, it is the need of the hour to discuss, to deliberate on these issues. We are all aware that the global challenges, whatever we have been facing, entire the globe is moving around the health sciences. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development provides a global challenges. One of them we can have this the health, future of health, and come into this socio-economic and environmental issues are concerned. The challenges are many, and after listening to the keynote speaker, I may not be suitable to discuss on these issues because they are all experts in their field, and definitely they can make a sense to further how to move and develop our academic discourse is concerned. As a student of social science, I want to connect two important observations. One is the future of health is challenges making the how the climate changes, how floods occurring, and other related industrial other issues are concerned. So how academic institutions can discuss and deliberate and making it more useful for the society is a big challenge. At the realm of affairs related to the human beings are concerned, that we are a witness for urbanization, how we are failing to get a minimum air, a oxygen is an issue in the villages, in the towns are concerned. How we will connect this type of things, and these deliberations definitely helps us to overcome all the issues which are connected with this thing. I hope this type of seminar deliberates to how to build a sustainable society is a challenge. Whatever the challenges we identify that was appearing in all the papers, thanks to the Google, anybody can get the in terms of developing of the a water, that is a mission Kakatiya, where tanks and other reservoirs will be filled with the water, which can develop the water resources. And we are all aware of this. One of the biggest projects in the world is mission, the Kaleshwaram project. The Kaleshwaram is the biggest in the world, and which was built in a short span of time. Like that, we have been taking a number of initiatives with related to these issues. And the forest, we have the Haritaharam. Haritaharam is a big project in Telangana. Every year has been recognized for that. A number of awards were received by the state government and the urban municipalities, including Hyderabad is concerned. And we have the biodiversity universities with regard to these aspects is a bill in the assembly that establishment of this bill నుంచి శ్మశానం వరకు మానవ జీవితాన్ని ఇంత గొప్పగా ప్రభావితం చేసేటువంటి ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ని చూస్ చేసుకొని ఈరోజు సమాజంలో అందరికీ వీటి పట్ల ఒక అవగాహన కలిగించాలనేటువంటి ప్రయత్నం చేయటం అనేటువంటిది చాలా సంతోషకరమైనటువంటిది. అందుకు ఉస్మానియా విశ్వవిద్యాలయాన్ని, ప్రధానంగా జాగ్రఫీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కు మరోసారి అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు. Thank you, one and all, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, you have endorsed on what all our keynote address has told about including universities for the development, and you have endorsed on that, sir. Thank you so much. Now may I humbly request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to give his presidential address.
Good morning to all of you.
వస్తుంది రైస్ పెట్టినా ఆల్రెడీ.
Today's
ఎవరు అడగలేదా?
chief guest for this seminar, Mr. Limbadri, Honorable Chairman of Telangana State Council of Higher Education, guest of honor, Dr. Sri Srinivas Kumar Garu, Director Inquiries, Ministry of Health Sciences, Government of India. The keynote speaker was Y.U.N. Krishnamurthy Garu, Registrar, Indian Institute of Space, Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. And my colleagues, Professor Balakrishnan, Dean, Faculty of Science, and also Chairman for this seminar. Professor B. Nagesh, Convener of this seminar and Control of Exams, and Head of the Department of Geography. Sri Ravindra J.J. Garu, and other dignitaries on the dais, MD of the dais. And I think that was Amitabh Kante Garu, the former Planning Commission member, is also present here. And at the same time, my teacher, who taught me in public policy and political science, P. Rao Garu, also in front of me. And my retired colleagues from the Geography Department, Professor Lakshmaya Garu, Professor Ramakrishna Garu, Professor Vijayapula Garu,
హలో
Professor Kalpana Markanda Garu, and scholars from the different parts of the country and globe also. Some of them also come from the relevant topic on challenges of future Earth, social, economic, and environment sustainability. I think one aspect is missing. The aspect is politics. Since I come from the politics, I think everything is related to politics, and politics plays a very important role to reach the sustainable goals or whatever the goals which designed by the different governments and different aspects. After listening to Vaidyan Krishnamurthy Garu, who touched upon the various aspects, I think now I'm comfortable with one or two issues that when I was a student, the geography was in social studies. When I joined in Osman University, geography was in social science faculty. But after some time, after I think more than a decade, more than 2 decades, it moved from the social science to science. So why and what? Now I could get some information from the keynote address who touched upon all the issues related to the social and the science related aspects. In fact, again and again governments and the UNDP and the UNO, UNESCO, Planning Commission, NITI Aayog, so on and so forth, set the certain deadlines. Particularly the poverty, I think is one of the important aspects of the socio-economic aspects. The poverty is very important aspect in which he has mentioned in this theme. And another one is the rich and poor gap between the rich and poor, the addressed by the number of agencies and the also. So, as a political science student, to eradicate or inclusive growth or for the development of the society, from 1944 onwards, the Bombay Plan which prepared for the overall development of the society. Then Milo Carey project which experimented, Gandhian projects also experimented which touched upon the keynote speaker, and the Etava pilot project in 1952 community development programs, national extension services, and development through Panchayat Raj institutions and Balwant Rai Mehta Committee and so on and so forth. In 1993, it converted into a constitutional amendment, 73rd constitutional amendment. The areas of discussion is completely to how to reduce the poverty and how to inclusive growth, how to incorporate the inclusive growth kind of arguments which debated a number of times in different seminars and conferences. But still, the poverty is persistent in this country. How to eradicate that? So when I heard the former chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, then Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu, who prepared the document and submitted to the World Bank to get more and more loans from the World Bank, they increased the poverty line artificially. Once they got the fund, and again they studied and they reduced the poverty line in the Andhra Pradesh. So such kind of a manipulative kind of a politics and manipulation of statistics which happened, I think that need to be focused, need to be examined as social sciences, researchers and scholars. And basically this, regarding to eradication of poverty, particularly from the World Bank designed programs like the Small Farmers Development Agency, Marginal Farmers Development Agency, IRDP, Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Program, and so on and so forth. But all these are related to particularly to reduce the poverty, and unfortunately the poverty is again and again persistent, and at the same time the rich and poor gap is widening day by day in the name of new economic policies, in the name of new initiatives. I think it's supposed to be reduced, but whereas it's increasing day by day, the widening the gap between the even the South-North dialogues and this sustainable development goals also. But just now, my colleague Professor Limbagri also mentioned about the initiatives of the Telangana. Yes, just within 8 years is a phenomenal change in the Telangana landscape. I think we witnessed the green revolution, we witnessed the white revolution, the Telangana witnessed the pink revolution, and the Blue Revolution also. So if the politician with a clear perspective, with a clear idea, with a clear goal, I think one can achieve the transform the entire society, transform the entire socio-economic, political kind of developments. So in light of that, I think most of you also encountered some problem. Since as administrator of this great university, when you would like to construct a building, which you have to remove the trees. So environmentalists start questioning me how to cut, why do you cut the trees? So without cutting the trees, how can we construct the hostel building for the students? So recently, which we have encountered the problem. So which means that on one hand, which you are focusing on development, on the other hand, which you are also questioning the environmental issues and environmental issues. It may be industrialization versus environment and so on and so forth. But whereas I think it's the need of the hour to coming together, which just now we discussed with the colleagues in the hall, that the earth sciences, particularly not only geography and geology, geophysics, geochemistry, has to come together and come up with a holistic policy to address the certain issues. So I think it's the need of the hour. That's why I think we are also moving and we're also transforming the education system in the within the Usman University. We also set the certain goals. We are also coming up with the goals like Millennium Development Goals. The Usman University, as soon as I took over the Vice Chancellor, as the senior colleagues, which we sat together almost for 2 months, we came up with a 21-point agenda in 2021. The main focus of the 21-point agenda was four broad areas that known as the one teaching learning methods. I think COVID posed a number of challenges for the teaching learning methods, which you have to overcome that. I think most of the soldiers teachers are also not acquainted with the computers and other things, but still learn and reach the unreachable places. Similarly, the another major important vertical which you have given as the research and innovation practices. For the research and innovation practice ultimate phase of the university. So this kind of a seminars which happening in everywhere in almost 153 departments. I think every day I'm also facing and almost all writing exam. So they're inviting. I think I said, Nagesh, why do you invite me? I think I'm no way concerned with the geography and geographical expedition. No, sir, you have to be present here. So in light of that, I think once I'm present here, I have to speak something. So in light of that, I think this initiatives is the second major initiative of the research and innovation practices in Usman University. I think I can probably say that if we have a certain goal with a vision, I think definitely that institution will grow. So I'm proudly say that within 1 year, which we have implemented this 21-point agenda with the teaching learning methods, research and innovation practices, infrastructure facilities, and outreach activities. These are the four major areas which we have identified with the help of my colleagues and the teachers and non-teaching and students and everyone, which we implemented this in 2021. As per the NRF ranking, Usman University stands in 32. But now, after implementation of this, we got 22nd rank in 2022. So, which I think with the commitment, with the clear vision, clear clarity on the policies, one can achieve the second goal. So, similarly, because of these initiatives, this implementation of these four areas, then the WCRC organization, they identified Usman University as the best emerging university in the world and given the award to Usman University in the recent House of Lords, in the House of Lords of the UK. So where I found, I had the opportunity to visit Cardiff Metropolitan University. The Cardiff Metropolitan University has come up with a major challenge with the association of the almost 10 universities came together and working on the zero emission levels of the by 2030. Similarly, the Millennium Development Goals as set by. So similarly, that university is also coming up with a zero emission levels by 2030. And similarly, why not we should come up with a serious global challenge, serious state challenge, serious national challenge, identify and work together. In light of that, I think we have been debating and discussing with the certain national institutes which in and around Usman City. It's fortunate that NIN and IICT, CCMB, NDRI, and so on and so forth. They're also engaging the research with these agencies, and also we initiated the number of reforms with or the engagement with the University of Hyderabad and IIT Hyderabad also. So that's why I think if we scientists and social scientists come together and address certain serious issues, then definitely this kind of a seminars will deliberate and come up with some important uh, the conclusions. So I think which I don't want to take much of your time already behind schedule. We go with a beautiful memories of this great campus, and we, we have taken a slogan that known as reform, perform, transform to reach the our goal of the 21-point agenda. In fact, I think I don't know recently the Honorable Prime Minister of India visited Hyderabad, where he also uttered the same slogan, reform, perform, transform. But whereas we have been practicing from the last 1.5 years, but recently when he visited to Hyderabad also said the same thing. I don't know why, I think whether he has borrowed from Usman University or from his own coin. But anyhow, I think once again I congratulate each and everyone for participating in the wonderful conference. And once again, congratulations to the department for initiating this serious academic seminar. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So you have rightly said that university is doing lot many things, and I'm sure Earth Science department will come together and do something better, and in collaboration with Enquise, NRSC, and also taking support of IBNK Krishnamurthy, sir. We will do our best. Now we have a small ceremony of registration. To start with, I request IIG chairman, IIG convener, and IIG vice president and IIG general secretary come in front. Please come in front. President sir, IIG chairman sir, please come in front. Chairman sir, Professor Balkishan sir, please come in front. Now we will do the honor. All this IIT people will love to do felicitation to our chief guest, Professor Limbadri sir. May I humbly request Limbadri sir to come in front. Professor Limbadri sir. Professor Limbadri sir, student Ifat Afreen will bring a flower bouquet and memento and shawl. Tusha is bringing it, please. Thank you. Thank you. May I now humbly request Professor B. Ravinder sir, Vice Chancellor of Osmania University, to come over here. I request Saida Akhtar to bring flower bouquet, memento and shawl. Thank you, sir. May I now humbly request Srinivasa Kumar sir to come in front. I request Pratyusha. I request Sabha to bring flower bouquet, memento. Thank you, sir. Now may I humbly request Professor Vaidyanti Krishnamurthy, sir, to come here and accept our felicitations. I request Harita to bring Lord Bouquet, memento, and shawl, sir. Thank you. And now I request our chief guest, guest of honor, and president to come in front, and all the organizers to go back. The chief guest of honor, sir, also please come. Our keynote speaker, sir, also to come in front. I request Professor Bimalkar, sir, to come here. Kavya to bring flower bouquet, memento, and shawl. Thank you. Yeah, round of applause. It is this organizers without which we all would not have been here. Now may I humbly request Professor Ravindra Jaibe, sir, to come. I request all chief guests, guest of honor, president, and keynote secretary to do honor, and Priyanka to bring flower bouquet, memento, and shawl. All right. Two more important. Yeah. Yes. May I humbly request Professor A. Balkishan, sir, Chairman of the conference, Board of Studies, Geography, and also Dean Faculty of Science to come over here. I request all our important guests to do the honor and felicitate them. I humbly request Professor B. Srinagesh to come over there. Convener, without his initiation and without his thought, we would not have seen this day. Thank you. Now, important felicitations which is being pending. I request our chief guest, Professor Vibhai sir, and chancellors and guest of honor to felicitate Dr. Mohammad Akhtar Ali, the man behind the show, organizing secretary. very important event which is now there. In fact, Department of Geography is having its 80 years of celebration in this year. So to mark that celebration, we have a department committee has decided to felicitate all our retired teachers. So I request all our chief guests, guest of honor, and also the committee members of this IRG together join hands in felicitating our teachers. And to start with, I request Bhuvaneshwari to come with shawl, memento, and bouquet, and I humbly request and invite Professor Kalpana Markande Madam to come on the stage and accept our felicitations. Sabha is going to this way. Sabha, this way. So let's Thank you. May I request all the guests to take the seats? We have almost reached to the closure of inaugural function, a formal responsibility which was shouldered on me. All right. There is also a felicitation for Sunil Desai. I request sir, Sadan, please bring the chair here. I request, I'm sorry, all the guests to come again.
I request Professor D.K. Nayak sir to please come on stage. Professor Sudhakar Pardeshi, please come on stage. Please, just. This is special occasion to all of us, and it is a really glorious moment to all of us, mainly all the geography fraternity across the country. And that is the Professor Sunil Kumar Dey is the elected President of International Association of Geomorphologists for the term 2022 to 2026, which is for the 4 years. And it is not only a first Indian, it is the first Asian who actually received such a great recognition, to be precise, a world for as one of the very prestigious institutes, that is the International Association of Geomorphologists. Sunil Kumar Dey is actually presently the professor, and he was the former head of the department in Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. He has very excellent academic contribution. He has a visiting fellow and associate with National Autonomous University of Mexico. the University of Paris, Sorbonne, Abu Dhabi, University of Gaza, Indonesia, Shanxi Institute of Geological Survey of China, and it has confirmed him the honor of distinguished experts. At international level, at IIT level also, he was worked in various capacities, publication officers, then he was a Secretary General from 2013 to 17, then Vice President in 2017 until today. One of the very landmark event which happened, he was the convener for that is the 9th International Conference of Geomorphology, and it was held in Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi, November 2017. So such a great moment to all of us, and it's truly privileged because he is the IIG regional representative for the East Zone, and that's why IIG take the privilege to felicitate to the Professor Srinivas. So I will offer him the bouquet and memento and shawl.
Thank you so much.
There is one announcement. Today we are having the function culture as per the schedule. That is the cultural program. I think 6 to 8. Yeah. So generally we have the first day the governing council meeting at 6 o'clock, but because of the program and there is always the clash of this meeting and cultural program. The most meeting of the cultural program. One more announcement IIG conferences. To my humble request to those who are the non-IIG members, so they have to take the annual membership. It is not only the membership to get the money, but you will get the 2 volumes of these 2 journals of 1 volume for which are published in a year, and also you will get the privilege of the activities in the IIG, whatever they conduct for the different forms. So that is what just I want to announce on this activity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before we could break, 2 important things which I would like to tell, and before that, my formal vote of thanks. It's a responsibility on my shoulder, and then I'll start thanking from my own home, from my own department. I'm thankful to Professor B. Srinivas, Professor Alkitan sir, Professor Ashok, Professor Anuradha, Dr. Sudarshan and his team, and all the people who stood with us for this conference. Thank you. Now my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Professor Limbadri sir. Special thanks to our Vice Chancellor sir, Dr. Ravinder sir. My thanks to Dr. Srinivasa sir. My thanks to YVNK Krishnamurthy sir. He's always like a guide to me, and with my one word he's here. I'm very much thankful to you sir, and you have really set the tone as a keynote speaker. Thank you so much. Also my thanks to IIG Vice President Kar sir, and also to Jaydeep sir for making us and trusting us, and then giving us an opportunity to hold this event. My special thanks to all the delegates who have come from all across country, and few of the delegates from other countries also. My thanks to you all. I would be failing in my duty if I do not thank to this auditorium, Director of Distance Education, Joint Director and his team, and his non-technical people and other people who have helped us in doing these things yesterday night. They were here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you to them. And then my thanks to all the press and media people for giving a wide coverage of this program. My special thanks. Without their support, we would not have been in this position to do the things. This to our sponsors. My special thanks to our sponsors. It starts with our government sponsors, Survey of India, Inquice, NRSC, and then with the private partners, starting with Hexagon, S3, and then some institutions also has joined hands So my special thanks to each one of them. Without their support, because vitamin N plays an important role, and without that, it is not possible. And then they supported us very generously. So my special thanks to all of them. Now, two important points after this time that we will have a national anthem. Just before the two important points. After the national anthem is over, all the guests on the stage will go into next room for inaugurating exhibition. There are some exhibits, and especially from Survey of India. Also, information to my Vice Chancellor sir and also to Libadi sir. They have exhibited maps which are 200, 300. So this organization SOI Survey of India established in 1767. Since then, those maps which are there are rare historical maps that could also become a real research work for the geographers, where we can see how the cities have grown and in what tone the cities have grown, so that kind of studies can be taken up. They have exhibited those maps. So, and with the typical names which were there, original names, all the maps are exhibited. My special thanks to Survey of India, and that exhibition I request all the guests inaugurate it. And then while guests are going there to inaugurate it, I request all the delegates to go at the entrance and stay there. Then the guests will follow there. We will have a group picture. We have arranged a special banner, very huge banner, wherein all the delegates, all 200, we have planned for all 200 delegates to get recorded, and this photo will be geotagged, and we are going to keep this as a record. So I request after national anthem, yeah, at the entrance of it at the stage, I request you all to go and take the positions there. Then after inaugurating the exhibition, the guests will come there. After that, formal inauguration is after that inauguration of the session is there, and then we have a plenary session after that. These exhibits are there for all the three guests. Even if you have any other of your friends and students, also you can call them; they can get benefited from that. So may I request all the volunteer girls to come over here, and we'll have a national anthem. I request all the guests to stand. All the volunteers come here near the podium. All the volunteers come near the podium.
Okay, there is one query from a student. I just they messaged me. They asked me instead of annual member, if I will become the life member, is there is necessary to become the annual member?